Yeah, man.
Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you cabbage stew. Alright, so you're gonna need a head of cabbage, about a pound or so, stalk of scallion, carrot, spring of thyme, about two garlic cloves, tomato, an onion, or half of an onion, a piece of ginger, optional, pimento berries, about a teaspoon of pimento berries, a tablespoon of parsley dried, and a tablespoon of dried basil. The herbs are optional. And you're gonna need half a quarter cup of cooking oil, sea salt, and some water. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipe. Scotch bonnet pepper and white vinegar. Visit JamaicaDinners.com every day. Alright, now peel the garlic cloves. Remove the leaves from the garlic cloves. Scrape off the skin from the ginger. And remove the leaves, the brown leaf of the onion. Remember now, the first layer of the onion is the strongest, so you just want to remove just the brown leaf. The scallion, remove all dying leaves, the root end, and cut the leaf tips off. You just want a spring of thyme. Enough time, say, sometimes some species of thyme have strong flavor. So, depending, if you use a thyme and you know it has strong flavor, you can use a smaller piece. But if it's not that strong, you can use a bigger piece of thyme. So it all depends on the species of thyme. As for the carrot, just slightly scrape off the carrot and cut the stem end off the tomato, which you saw me did earlier. Alright, so once you did all those preparations, now we're going to rinse the vegetables properly under fresh running water. Alright, so now get a container, add some water, a couple drops of white vinegar, and rinse your vegetable properly. In this case, the vinegar is not necessary. Alright, the cabbage now. Alright, just cut the stem off the cabbage. And make sure when you go to the supermarket you get firm cabbage. And then if you have any spoiling leaf or dying leaves, just remove the dying leaves. Alright, what I like to do is cut the cabbage in half. Look in between the cabbage to see if there is any insect or to see if it's spoiling. Alright, so do as you see me doing and cut the stem out of the cabbage, the little stem, the tough part that you see at the cabbage. Alright, get a bowl, add enough water that the cabbage is immersed, and then add about a tablespoon of salt. I'm using sea salt, but you can use any salt. Or if you don't have salt, you can use white vinegar. Alright, so this is what I like to do is you gotta get the water in between the leaves and kind of rinse it properly. Alright, when you finish, your water should look as clean as this. This cabbage is pretty clean, so I don't have to do that much cleaning. Alright, now chop your cabbage, or shred your cabbage medium cut. You can either shred it medium or you can shred it fine. Alright, when you cut it, you gotta cut alongside the grain. So when you cut it, you should get strips or flakes. You shouldn't get mince. It shouldn't be mince. It should be flakes, like little strips, like this. So you gotta cut alongside the line. You can either cut medium cut or fine cut, or you can use the shredder. You know that shredder with the 4 sides? You can choose however big you want it, and then you just shred it. In this case, it doesn't matter. Some people like it fine, and some people like it medium cut, and some people like it just chopped. I did a cabbage chicken stir fry, so if you want to see me do that one, you can go check that video out. Alright, so do as you see me doing and shred the cabbage medium cut. So remember now, look and cut alongside the grain of the cabbage. That when you cut it, you have long little strips, not mince. Alright, so once that's done, just put it in a bowl until you're ready for it. Alright, as for the carrot now, you can cut the carrot in half and then cut carrot sticks, small little carrot sticks. You can do it this way, or you can also cut little wheels. It really doesn't matter. Like that. So let me show you the wheels. Yeah, that's where you can cut it in sticks or wheels. Dice the scallion. Dice the onion as well. And dice the tomato. Well, just cut the tomato in 1/8. In other words, you cut it in quarters and then you cut the quarter piece in half. Spring of thyme. Alright, so you get your piece of ginger. Now the garlic. You want to mash the garlic to puree, or you can use that grinder that I just showed you and grind it to puree. Alright, so that's what you want. This is my pepper, scotch bonnet pepper, pickled scotch bonnet pepper. So you just want half a scotch bonnet pepper. Alright, this is nutmeg. Sometimes I like to grind like a pinch nutmeg. Alright, so add your quarter teaspoon of dried pimento berries. Tablespoon of dried parsley, basil, sorry, that was basil first, and a tablespoon of dried parsley. You can use these herbs fresh as well, just chop them up fine. And remember now, the herbs are optional, but if you ask me, cooking a meal like this would be the perfect time to add herbs to your meal. Herbs are just additional nutrients that your body benefits, and it doesn't interfere with the flavor of the meal. In fact, it enhances the flavor. Alright, so I'm measuring quarter cup of water. See, this little scoop that I just used, I'm using measures quarter cup. So measure and put aside quarter cup of water. Alright, now cooking time. This is the part where most people wish I just start from this part. But preparation is the key. I like to show the preparation part because maybe some people might want to see it. Alright, so you get a saucepan, put your stove's gauge on 4, medium low. Jamaicans, you can use your Dutch pot, a regular big old Dutch pot there. Alright, so stove's gauge is on 4, medium low. Just allow the pot to get hot for a little while. Alright, once the pot is dried, no water is in the pot, add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I'm using coconut oil preferably. Alright, after a minute, stove's gauge is on 4, medium low. Ginger is optional. After a minute between 2, add your chopped onions. Add your chopped onions, a piece of ginger, and saute. Just allow it to saute for a couple seconds. Right after, add chopped scallion. And those of you who don't have access to scallion, it's optional as well. Alright, so you just allow it to saute for a few seconds. Add your pimento berries and your mashed garlic cloves. Add it in that sequence because the garlic burns easily, so you gotta add the onions first. Alright, you notice I don't have that much oil in it. It's just only 2 tablespoons of coconut oil I'm using. You can use olive oil or any healthy oil. Add the spring of thyme. About a minute after, add the chopped tomato. By sauteing the chopped tomato, it will give this meal a different it will give this meal enhanced flavor. Alright, so now after about 2 minutes of cooking, of sauteing the seasoning, turn the stove's gauge on 2, low, and then add your shredded cabbage. Measure and add a teaspoon of white vinegar. Add your chopped scotch bonnet pepper and the herbs along with the water, and then use the pot's lid and cover the pot properly. properly and turn the stove's gauge on low, almost off low, and allow. Alright, so this is how low you want it. You want it as low as this. Alright, so you want the flame of the stove to be as low as almost off low. Alright, after 4 minutes, the stove's gauge is on low. I didn't open the pot within the time. I left it closed and just allow it to steam, kind of steam cook. Alright, after the 4 minutes, just give your cabbage stew a couple stirs, a few stirs. Give your cabbage stew few stirs. Lift the bottom to the top and then add a carrot. Use the pot's lid and cover the pot properly and allow. Use the pan's lid and cover the pan properly. Whatever. Alright, it's been 2 minutes, 6 minutes in all since we added the cabbage. 2 minutes for the carrot. You can remove the pepper, the scotch bonnet pepper. Stir fry. Alright, just cover it and allow. Alright, remove the spring of thyme. It's done its job. Add about a teaspoon of sea salt. Rarely if it's moist, so that's why the salt is kind of liquidy. It's in the December. It's in the cold season, so that's why my salt was liquidy. Before anybody asks. Alright, so add the salt, stirring and allow. Cover it and allow. Alright, the stove's gauge is on 2, medium low. Alright, it's been 8 minutes. Just remove the time stick, turn it off and allow. And finish. You finish. That's bulgur. That's what I'm having it with today. Alright, so now let's take a scoop of your cabbage stew. I'm pouring it on some bulgur rice. Some bulgur. Bulgur. B-U-L-G-A-R. B-U-L-G-A-R. Bulgur. Alright, so this is cabbage stew. Visit JamaicanDinners.com for the recipe. Subscribe, like, share, and give us feedback when you cook this for yourself. Cabbage with vegetables. Cabbage stew. Alright. Let's taste this meal. It's nice, fresh, clean, healthy vegetable meal. You can do this same method with purple cabbage. Purple cabbage is stronger, or it's better. Alright, so this is a fresh, clean tasting meal. The cabbage is just right. Has a clean taste. The herbs spruce the flavor just right. the bulgur is a better choice than rice. The carrot is cooked just right, not overcooked. As so, as well the cabbage. It's not crunchy, it's just, and it's not soft. It's just right. See, I was telling you about the wheel. You can do it with wheels or carrot sticks. I was saying earlier with the ketchup I was showing you, you can add ketchup, like a tablespoon of ketchup to this as well, to kind of give it a different flavor. So this is plain cabbage stew. No chicken, no saltfish, no anything, just plain cabbage stew. You can use the purple cabbage and you can mix them both. Some people some people add pop chow. That's how thin you want to chop it. And remember now, this is not coleslaw. If you notice how I just hold that strip of cabbage up. That's what you want. You want the cabbage to look just like this. If you notice, I didn't use any butter. One of the things a lot of people love adding to this meal is butter as well. If you know anything about me, I don't use butter as much, if any at all, really. Only when I bake. This is a meal that Jamaicans have at least once a week, probably on a Tuesday night or Tuesday evening. We don't want to eat something heavy, or even Monday after the big heavy Sunday dinner. We like to cook some light like this. And for those of you probably wondering if it's filling, it is. You will feel satisfied after this meal. Rastafarians will probably add some fresh peanut or any nuts to this meal. Some people also, if you had like an okra, okra, you can dice that up and throw it in. A chocha, if you had like a piece of chocha, you could have diced it up and throw that in as well. You know, any kind of soft vegetables that can be eaten raw, you could add it to it. Some people add mixed vegetable, like the frozen one. or the one from the can. See, that's one of my habits too. I always watch everything, anything going in my mouth. I always see it. If there's a little teeny ant, I'm gonna see it. Anything that's foreign in my meal, I'm gonna see it. And you should practice that habit too. Don't just eat. You should look at your food. Alright, so you saw me eat this plate of food. Sometimes you gotta ease off the meat and the chicken and the pork and eat vegetables. Alright, you see how I'm just eating the cabbage all by itself? This is just, it's delicious. It has a really nice flavor. Alright, see ya. Until the next video. Bye.
Yeah, man!
Go take a look at our merchandise store. Links below. A Miguel Morgan Samuels production.